Hello and welcome to the table. I'm your host Teen Wolf, and today I got a Thrones of Eldraine booster box. I'm not going to be opening the entire box today. If you read the title, I will only be opening a couple packs today because I am going to be building a sealed draft deck today, and while I'm doing that, I am going to give you all 7 tips on how to better your drafting skills. Some of these things you may know, some you may not know, but I hope you just have fun watching me, and hopefully you learn a little something from all of this. So here are my 6 packs, and this is the most amount of Throne of Eldraine packs I've ever opened all at once before, so yeah, let's get into it. And as I am opening this, I am going to list out the tips like I said before. The first tip is before you even draft, do a little bit of research on what you're going to be drafting with. And just make sure that you know what you're going to be playing with. And, oh, I opened this the wrong way. Okay, so anyways, just do a little bit of research on what exactly you're going to be building with. Or, yeah, do research on the set that you're going to be building. And, well, on the set that you are going to be drafting with. That's the right word. And if you have to, even create a kind of list, of cards that you like the most in that set, and just as a reference for like cards to look out for and whatnot. And the second tip, as you can see, I'm already doing it. I am separating the cards by color pile, and I'm not reading these cards at all. So I'm just kind of speed cracking is what I like to call it. Just basically speed through your packs, open them as fast as you can, then go ahead and read the cards and just eliminate from there. So yeah, right now I'm just opening this, and there are some really fun cards in this set. I just love this set. I mean, first rare of the entire, I'm just gonna put that in multi. First rare of the entire set, I get one of my dad's favorite cards ever, Return of the Wild Speaker. I mean, just super fun card. And a super cool Knight equipment, which is also nice. And a Castle Ardenvale. That's a cool, rare, non-basic. And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to also separate cards based on rarity. But you don't have to do that. Basically, just get through your pack as quickly as you can, because you do have to realize that you only have 50 minutes to do all of this. And I'm going to try to, here today, do all of this and just treat it like a normal draft. Just do it all at once, all in the 50 minutes. And, yeah. So, right now, I can already see that I'm getting blue cards, and there are a couple that I do already, right. Ooh, Gilded Goose. That's super good. That's a super fun card. But, holy cow, that's awesome. But, basically, as you're opening packs, this is like a little bonus tip here. Just look out for the cards that you have the most of. Like, what cards do you have the most of? And right now, you can already kind of see, I am getting a lot of blue, and quite a bit of red and green as well. And actually, I'm probably getting a little bit more green and blue. And I'm also getting a good amount of colorless spells, which is also nice. But yeah, just keep an eye out for the cards that, like, colors of cards. Wow, I am saying this really bad. I'm sorry about that. I'm normally, oh wait, no, that was rare. Spyglass. Sorcerer Spyglass. Huh, that's a cool looking card. But anyways, Only got 2 packs left. I don't even think I'm like 5 minutes into the video, and I'm already almost done cracking all my packs. So that's kind of the point of the speed cracking thing. God, this is so weird to do backwards. I could do it the way where like you take the last 3 cards of your deck and you just put them at the end of the pack and then flip it over and it's just like a normal pack, but I don't like doing that. And it's just, yeah, whatever. But yeah, right now I'm seeing a lot of good green cards, just like I've barely done any research on this set, which kind of sucks for me, but I'm seeing a lot of good blue cards just from, I mean, I've just seen tons of, wow, look at that foil. That's gorgeous. But I have seen a lot of videos, like gameplay videos with just Thrones of Eldraine cards, so I do know a lot of the cards in this set. So like, here's what I'm talking about earlier. Like, you take the last 3 cards and like you put it at the bottom or something. I don't know how you do it exactly, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, I've seen a lot of the cards in this set already, just from gameplays that I've watched and whatnot. And I can already tell that I'm probably going to go blue because, first off, I have a lot of blue cards. And, by the way, super cool black card. But I have a lot of blue and probably just going to play it. So now we get into the second little part of the draft. Now we're going to start to, and here's the next tip, just eliminate colors. So basically what you're going to want to do here is you're going to read your cards now and just kind of get a feel of what is in each of your colors. So like this card, target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. If 3 black mana was spent to do this, you also create a food token, which is kind of nice. So already, black, there are a lot of cards that care about death in this. And I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, non-land card from their hand. Non-black card. Yeah, so black looks pretty good, actually. Where X is the number of knights you control. That's actually a pretty sweet little sorcery right there if I get enough knights. But black seems to care a lot about, ooh, Reeve Soul is a good little removal spell. But black seems to care a lot about death and recursion in this set, just based off of looking at this. I mean, I already know that. And also, just look at this rare. I mean, that's basically symbolizes black in a nutshell. And, I mean, black's cool and all, but I probably won't go in that direction. And, red, right now, looking at red, it's got some pretty cool looking cards in there, but it seems like red, sadly, is a little bit slow, and the creatures aren't that impactful. Like this Wolverine card, 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, this card gets +1/+1 and gains first strike until the end of turn. I mean, it's a nice card and all, but I don't really think that there's going to be that many ways for me to get card advantage. So, yeah. And I do see quite a few knights, so I might go like Knight Tribal or something. But, yeah. And green, I'm probably going to go green. I was looking through, like, this card, super nice ramp. 1 green mana, add a mana of any color. Later on, you can pay 3, and it's a 2/3 that taps for mana. But the green cards seem quite fast and just, like, a lot of fun. Like, this giant card, I love that card. And this is, like, nice removal. It can destroy an artifact or enchantment or exile a card from a graveyard. Like, if my dad plays Recursion, which he probably will, like black or something, can exile a target from his graveyard. And more removal, pump, and I guess a decent creature later on in the game. So green does look pretty decent. It just looks like it's got better cards in it. But I'd say right now, I can just eliminate red. This is what I usually do to symbolize that I've eliminated a color. And then right now, other creatures you control, that's a good card. When this attacks, it pumps your squad. And then when that enters, you create a food and your creatures get an extra toughness. That's a cool little flyer. As long as you control So actually, white looks pretty good as well. Outflank deals damage to target attacking or blocking creature equal to the number of creatures you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. I mean, yeah, on each creature you control, sorry. But white seems pretty good, actually. It seems fast, and yeah, white seems pretty good. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Nice little save card. And then, yeah, white seems pretty decent. So, looking at red now, Run Away Together is a nice card. Opt for card advantage. Counter target spell. Convert. That's a good card. That's a really good card, actually. Counter this. So basically, these cards would both be used as counterspell, and this also can be a creature later on it when you cast it away from adventure. But yeah, looking at this, blue also looks quite good here, and yeah, blue looks really solid actually. So I'm almost definitely going to be playing white and blue, and I might play a third color, but I just don't think I'm going to play black. So I'm just going to remove that, and now I'm going to look at these cards, and I can definitely say I'm removing this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and then some of the rares. I can't play either of these rares, and then, ooh, let's see, what's this card do? Creates a token. I mean, yeah, that could be a fun card to play as a rare. And Return of the Wild Speaker and Gilded Goose are both fun cards. So, yeah. Now, let's look at the artifacts real quick. Sack it. Deals 3 damage to a creature. That's decent. You can enter with a counter. That's actually a really cool card. Creatures gain haste. Enters scry 2. Gets +2. So... equal to too big, scry 1, exile it, and create a 1/1. Huh, okay. So, now we're going to move on to the next tip. Exile singular cards. I've already started doing it with the multis. So, like, looking at the, these cards, the colorless spells, I can almost definitely get rid of that because it's too big. That's just too slow, and this isn't a really good card. Once again, this card's too slow. This card's good. That could be a fun card. This card could be a 3-mana 3/3, but I have to spend all the same color to play, and it looks like I'm playing multi, so probably not gonna play that. And then once again, so right now, 4 colorless spells I could be playing. And in this thing, whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, put a 1/1 counter on this. So I could go adventure tribal. And here, let's look at blue real quick once again. Just to like start removing some cards. Choose creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to its owner's hand. That's good interaction. That's a good little draw effect. Counter spell. Counter spell. This card isn't great. I probably won't play that. This card is too expensive and kind of restricted when it enters if you control it. Way too expensive. I probably should have just enters the battlefield. Each opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. Then you scry 2. That's a good card. And equip the creature when you draw your second card each turn. Yeah, not a great card. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, tap creature, target creatures. Could play that. That's a pretty good card. And then another Corridor Monitor, another Unexplained Vision. This card, when it attacks and they're attacking, it can't be blocked this turn. That's a pretty solid card. I could possibly play that. That's more like a maybe card. And that could be a good card for like mill, I guess. I probably wouldn't play that, but probably for like 1 mana 0/4 is nice. But I can definitely say after removing black and red, I'm definitely going to be playing white. And let's look at green next. So this card I could probably just remove now. Here, let's just move this over here. So I'll remove that. I'm probably, let's see, enters attach it to it. Yeah, I could play that one. And you can sack a food to target creature blocks this turn. Yeah, probably can remove that one. Can remove that one. That's a... Yeah, that card's a little too expensive. That's good interaction. That's a fun card, I guess. That's a cool card. That's a fun card. And whenever you cast a creature spell, it gives +1/+1 until the end of turn. Yeah, I mean, looking at green again, this is why I like to remove singles after removing full-on colors. The green is good, but I think the blue is better than the green. So I'm just going to remove the green altogether. And now I can just say that I'm sticking with green or blue and white, which also means that I can just remove this. So now looking back at the white, I will probably play this because, I mean, that's just a fun little card. And then this for just like a safety card, depending on what I do. This is a 2-mana 2/1 first strike, which I think is incredibly solid in this event. This could be an early lifelinking creature that could be cool later on in the game. I could play that. For now, let's just say I play that. That's a really solid card. I like that card a lot. I think this card's worth having because it makes my squad bigger, and in the case that I do use 3 white mana to play this, my creatures also gain vigilance, which is pretty nice. This is nice removal, as long as you control. I mean, this is a 2-mana 2/2 that could have an added bonus later on. This, kind of like the one of the blue spells I talked about earlier, is a maybe, and this is just a good flyer. I can probably just remove this, and then, like the 4-mana card, this is just kind of a good finisher later on in the game. Plus, it's a 5-mana 4/4 first strike, which is really solid to me. And this card, I think I can just remove because it doesn't look like I'm going to be playing enough artifacts and enchantments. And this card I'll play. That's a pretty solid card. And then I'm not going to be playing enough adventure spells, so I could, well, for now, let's just keep it. And when it enters Scry 1, and I can exile it to make a 1/1. I mean, cool card, but I probably won't play it. I want to be more on the offensive. So now knowing that I'm going like blue and white offensive, let's see, let's see how many cards I have at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Now, let's see. Is there anything else that I want to play that I removed? Not that. Not that. I don't think I'm drawing enough cards. That's too expensive. Not that, and then not that. So no more blue cards. And any artifacts. I didn't look at this rare colorless card, and then I can just remove these 2 green cards as well. Forgot to do that earlier. So this card, 2-mana artifact, as it enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Activate abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. That is a really solid card, a good way to just check your opponent's hand. So actually, definitely gonna play that. That's a really solid card. So definitely playing this. Let's see, how many adventure cards do I have? 1, 2, 3. I know I have more in white. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 adventure spells. And then this copies them. Yeah, that's a pretty solid card. I'd say keep this for sure. This, yeah, that's a solid card to play early on in the game. Definitely gonna play that. Definitely gonna play that. And then Merfolk Secret Keeper. For now, let's put it right here in the maybe pile. This, I'd say we just remove this. This is a little bit expensive. Well, Let's also put it in the maybe pile for now. This is a solid card, just to kind of like stall the game a little bit. This is a good early drop, I think, to give us card advantage. Counter spell for sure, counter and flyer, and then card advantage and bounce. Sure, we have to bounce one of our own things, but that's fine. We have so many creatures in this deck. And then these cards, Flutterfox, let's also put in the maybe pile for now. And then these cards are all good. Basically, any of the flyers in this deck are good. This one won't fly. This one, no, let's put this in the maybe pile too, for now. So, all right, let's look at how many cards we have again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19. So before I go any further, I want to see how many, next tip, like check your cards, check the mana value of your cards, the colors of your cards, the spells versus creatures count. Basically what I mean by that is like, all right, I have 4 cards so far that cost 2 or less mana, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, this deck is really, really fast. It's got 13 1 and 2 drops in the deck. And 1, 2, I'm pretty sure there's one blue one. 3, 4. 4 3 drops, and then a couple bigger drops. So I'll probably only put 17 lands in this deck. So I'm at 19, so I need 4 more cards in this deck, and I got 4 cards here. So just put all of these cards back in the deck. So I'd say overall this deck looks pretty solid right now. And looking at the time, we are at 23 minutes, which is incredibly solid to me. And let's see. So we kind of checked the mana value. Let's check how many creatures we have in the deck versus spells. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 in blue. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 creatures. We have plenty of creatures, and you may think, well, we don't have enough spells. Well, we have a lot of adventure creatures, which can also be instants and sorceries, which is really awesome. So definitely have a good amount of creatures, and then white cards versus blue cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So since I got 17 lands in the deck, and we are going to be playing this rare land, and let's see. There's a battlefield unless you control 3 or more other planes. Battlefield, +1/+1 counter. Yeah, probably going to play that one too. So got these 2 white lands, and then 15 other lands are going to be going in this deck. So let's just get out all the plains and islands that are in here, which there aren't that many. Now I'm going to quickly just clean all this up. I'll probably just cut it. So, see you in a sec. Alright, so looking at the deck right now, I got how many white mana pips? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 14 versus 9. So probably gonna want, since 17 lands are in this deck, probably gonna want, like, 10 plains in the deck and 7 islands. That seems about right. Yeah, 10 plains, 7 islands. Maybe, yeah, no, 10 and 7, 10 and 7. 10 and 7. So got 1, 2 non-basics that can tap for white. So got 2 of the white now down. And gonna need 7 more plains and 6 more islands. So once again, I'm just gonna cut real quick to what it looks like after I get these lands. So, and we are back. And we got all the lands. So now, well, there we go. Now we got all the lands. So got all the deck put together and tokens that we need. Knight, this just for whatever. A human token and food. I'm pretty sure we got a couple cards that make food tokens. But so got the deck put together, got my 17 lands, and before I cut to what the deck looks like after it has been sleeved, I just want to remind you all that when doing a draft like this, build what you are the most comfortable with. Whatever you feel the most comfortable with, build around that and just have fun with it. If you're not comfortable with blue and there are blue cards, you don't have to play blue. If there are good black cards but you're not a fan of black, you don't have to play black. Or if you just don't, if you think a color is like kind of good but you don't like it, then just don't play it. Play other colors. So with that last tip put aside, let's just sleeve the deck super quick and I will see you here in a second. So yeah, let's get into sleeving. Okay, got all that done. Holy cow, that took a long while. Alright, so let's just get these separated just a little bit more. Well, I mean, I got them sleeved. Now I gotta separate them. So let's just get these lands mixed up a little bit. Alright, there we go. And now the white and blue cards. And then artifact, 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 artifact. There we go. And just shuffle it a little bit. And then get the lands and shuffle them together. So yeah, just a quick recap of all of the tips that I've done, well, that I've covered. Just do a little bit of background research on the set that you're going to do a draft with, just to get a basic idea of what you're going to be dealing with. And then just open your packs as fast as you can for sealed drafts. Just speed through the cards. Then after separating them into color piles, then look at them and see what it's like. And then eliminate colors. And then once you're done with that, then start eliminating single cards in colors, which eventually leads you to eliminating more colors. Then check the cards that you have once you are getting close to building a deck. Just see how much of a certain mana value card you got, how fast your deck is basically, or how slow your deck is. Check how much of certain colors of cards that you have, like I did, and then how many spells versus creatures you have in the deck. And like I said, build your deck to have fun and be comfortable with the deck. Remember, this is all just fun. So at the end of the day, just build what you think is the most fun and what you're the most comfortable with. If you don't like a color and don't want to play it, don't play it. If you do like it, like my dad originally hated blue, but now he's getting more comfortable with it. He loves to play it in drafts. If you're kind of like that, like you're starting to move into blue and you want to try out, go ahead and try it out. If you're not comfortable doing that, no worries. Build what you want to build. So, with all that aside, thank you for watching. I'm your host, Teen Wolf, And yeah, please consider subscribing. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video. I'll probably just put something up just to annoy you, to irritate you. But anyways, with all that aside, thank you for watching. And I did all of this in just 35 minutes. So it is quite easy to get a deck built in under 50 minutes. So yeah, there you go. There are my 7 tips plus a couple bonus tips on how to better your drafting skills in sealed draft, in regular old draft, just any kind of draft. So thank you for watching. I'm your host, Teen Wolf. Once again, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in a future gameplay video where I will be playing this deck against a deck that my dad is probably building right around now. So anyways, see you then.